True surrender is beyond the worship of God done by devotee, because its successful outcome occurs only when the separate existence of the devotee, who considers himself separate from God, disappears. To achieve this goal, Raman Maharishi suggests, the entire responsibility of one's life should be placed on God, or the Absolute. Question: what is complete, absolute surrender? Answer: if someone surrenders, there should be nothing left to ask or worrying about. The seeker should surrender himself completely, unconditionally, to a higher power. Question: in complete surrender, a person should not even desire salvation or God realization. Answer: in complete surrender, you should not have any desire of your own. One should be content with whatever God gives. Question: I am satisfied with this. Now I want to know, what should I do to attain this feeling of surrender? Answer: there are two ways. 1. Find the root of the ego and merge into it. 2. To feel that I am helpless within myself. Only God is omnipotent, and there is no other way for me to be safe except to completely entrust myself to Him. In this way, the seeker gradually comes to the conclusion that only God has the true existence, and ego has no value. Both paths lead to the same goal. Question: I find surrender easy. I want to follow it. Answer: whichever path you choose, you have to lose yourself in that one. People find surrender easy because they think that once they have said, I surrender, and handed over their burden to God, then they are free to do anything. But the truth is that after surrender, you cannot have likes or dislikes. Your will must cease to exist, and God's will must take its place. Thus, after the destruction of the ego, a state is attained which is not different from knowledge. Thus, whatever path you follow, you must ultimately come to enlightenment or unity. Question: what is the best way to destroy ego? Answer: the path which he likes and finds easy is best for him. All paths are equally good. There are different ways to achieve one goal. What the devotee calls surrender, the follower of the path of thought calls knowledge. Both try to take the ego back to its original place from where it originated and submerge it into it. Question: is the thought I am God, or I am the Absolute helpful? Answer: I am that I am. I am is God, not the thought I am God. Feel I am. Do not think. Know that I am God is what it says, not think that I am God. You say I have dedicated my body, soul and everything to God. Were all these things yours, that you should dedicate them? You can simply say, until now I have mistakenly assumed that these things of yours were mine, but now I have learned that they are yours. I will never treat them as if they were mine ever again. To know that there is nothing else but God or the soul, and that I and mine do not exist, only the soul exists, is knowledge. Thus there is no difference between devotion and knowledge. Devotion is the mother of knowledge. Question: because we are worldly men, we have grief of one kind or another, and do not know how to get rid of it. We pray to God, but don't get any answer. What do we do? Answer: have faith in God. Question: even if we surrender, no help comes? Answer: yes. If you have surrendered, then you must live according to God's will, and should not complain about what you do not like. Question: but we are worldly creatures. There is a wife, children, friends and relatives. We cannot underestimate his existence, and cannot rely solely on God's will without preserving a small part of our existence. Answer: it means you haven't surrendered, as you say you should have faith only in God. Surrender to Him and leave it to His will, whether He appears or remains invisible. Look for His happiness. If you ask Him to do as you say, it is not surrender, it is command. You cannot assume that you have surrendered by asking Him to be obedient. He knows what is best for you, and when, and how to do it. Leave everything completely to Him. The entire burden is His. You don't have to worry anymore. All your worries are His. This surrender is devotion. or find out who has these concerns, these questions. Remain immersed in the depth of your heart and remain subjective. One of these two paths is open for the seeker. Question: such surrender is impossible. Answer: yes, complete surrender is impossible in the beginning, but partial surrender is certainly possible for everyone. Only that leads to complete surrender at the right time. Well, if surrender is impossible, what can be done? There is no peace of mind. You are helpless to achieve it, and it can be achieved only by surrender. Question: is mere surrender sufficient to reach the soul? Answer: it is enough if a man surrenders. Surrender means surrendering yourself to your root cause. Do not be under this imaginary illusion that this root cause is some God living outside you. Your root cause is within you. Surrender yourself to Him. This means that you should search for your origin and merge with it. Question: it is said that by abandoning all other thoughts and taking refuge in God alone, a man can achieve everything. Does this mean that we should always sit motionless in one place and meditate on God, and leave aside all other thoughts, even thoughts of food, necessary for the sustenance of the body? Should one not think about medicine and treatment when sick? Should the concerns about health and disease prevention be left completely to God? It is said that the man who, giving up all desires, wanders disinterestedly and without ego, attains peace. It means renunciation of all desires. Therefore, should we just spend time in the meditation of God and accept whatever food and drink we get by His grace without asking? Or should we try a little harder? God, please tell us the secret of refuge. Answer: surrender undoubtedly means being detached from all thoughts. But does it mean that the thoughts of food and drink necessary for the maintenance of the physical body should be given up? Want to leave? He has asked, do I have to eat whatever I get without asking? By God's will, or do I have to make some effort? Well, even if we assume that we get food on our own, who will eat? Suppose someone puts it in our mouth. Wouldn't we at least have to swallow it? Is this not an effort? Then he asks, if I become ill, should I take medicine, or should I entrust the care of my health to God and remain silent? It is written in Adi Shankaracharya's book, for the treatment of the disease in the form of hunger, one should eat the medicine found in the form of food in alms. For this the sage should go to the village and beg for alms. If everyone sits motionless with their eyes closed, thinking that they will eat only when food comes, then how will the world run? Therefore, a person must accept the things he gets, as per the tradition of his society. But he must remain free from the feeling that I am doing this myself. The thought that I am doing this is bondage. Therefore, instead of having doubts about whether one should eat when hungry or not, and whether one should take medicine when one is sick, one should think carefully and find a solution by which one can give up the thought of being a doer. Such doubts will continue to arise and will never end. There may also be such doubts: should I scream when I feel pain or not? Should I inhale after exhaling or not? Call it God or karma. Some creator in this world will keep making every living being perform various actions according to the development of his mind. If all the responsibility is put on that higher power, then events will happen automatically. We walk this earth. At every step while walking, do we think that after lifting one leg, should I lift the other also, or should I stop there? Doesn't the act of walking happen automatically? This is true about breathing also. No special effort is made while inhaling or exhaling. This is true about life also. Can we give up anything of our own free will, or can we do whatever we want? Many things keep happening automatically without our knowledge. Complete surrender before God means renunciation of all thoughts and concentration of the mind on one God. If we concentrate on it, other thoughts will disappear. If all the actions of mind, speech and body are dedicated to God, then the entire burden of our life will be on Him. Question: but is God actually the doer of all the actions I am doing? Answer: man thinks that he is the doer. This is the cause of his present trouble, but this is a mistake. The higher power does everything, and man is only its instrument. If he accepts this arrangement, he's free, otherwise he invites troubles. Question: is it not good to love God? So why not follow the path of love? Answer: who said you shouldn't follow him? But when you talk about love, there is duality, is it or not? The loving devotee and the one who is loved is God. But the devotee is not different from God, therefore the beloved is your own soul. Question: that is why I am asking you whether the path of love leads to devotion or not. Answer: that's exactly what I'm saying. Love is the true nature of God. When you give up everything, saying I don't love this or that, then what remains is the self, the true nature of the soul. It is pure bliss, call it pure bliss, God, soul, or whatever, it is devotion. It is knowledge and everything. Thus when you give up everything, only the soul remains. That is true love. One who knows the secret of love in this way, sees the entire world as the form of love. The experience of not forgetting consciousness is the state of devotion. This state is related to true love that never diminishes, because the knowledge of the soul, manifested in the form of indivisible ecstasy, spreads everywhere in the true form of love. If man knows the truth of love, which is the true nature of the soul, then the complexities of life can be solved. Liberation is achieved only by attaining the highest state of love. This is the heart and soul of all religions. Self-experience is only love, that is, seeing love, hearing love, experiencing love, tasting and smelling love. This is unbroken happiness. Question: I have a desire to attain devotion. This is my wish that my devotion should continue to increase. For me the realization does not have much importance. I want determination in devotion. Answer: if you aspire for devotion, you will get the realization even if you do not want it. The mind should melt in the intensity of the desire for devotion. Nothing remains when camphor burns. Consciousness is the camphor. When the mind merges with the soul without leaving anything behind, it is called self-realization. Question: I have faith in the meditation of an idol. Will it not help me attain enlightenment? Answer: would definitely get it done. The mind gets concentrated through worship. Then the mind becomes free from other thoughts and filled with meditation. The mind becomes extremely pure by becoming united with the goal. Then think, who is the worshipper? The answer is I or the soul. In this way self-realization is achieved in the end. Worshipping the formless truth with a thoughtless mind is the best. But when man is not capable of such formless worship, then only idol worship is appropriate. Formless worship is possible only for those who are free from ego in the form of body. Know that the worship of those who consider themselves to be ego-shaped is only idol worship. Question: is causeless devotion possible? Answer: yes, it is possible to do devotion without any kind of motive. Worshipping God for something is actually worshipping that thing itself. Absence of desire for anything and thoughts related to it is an essential characteristic of a mind that desires true devotion. Question: if I is an illusion, then who gives up this illusion? Answer: I gives up the illusion of being I and remains I. This is the paradox of self-realization. Wise men see no real contradiction in this. Take the example of devotion. I go before God and pray to merge me into you. Then I surrender to Him with devotion and concentrate my mind on Him. What remains after this? After complete surrender, in place of the former ego, only God remains, in whom the ego has dissolved. This is devotion, surrender, or renunciation. You give up this and that among my things. Instead, if you give up I and mine, everything is dropped at once. The very seed of mine is destroyed. To prove this, intense renunciation is required. The readiness to prove this should be like the readiness of a man forcibly immersed in water to come out of the water for his life. Due to this, the evil gets destroyed in its seed stage itself.